Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Simply Michelle, and happy to have you. I have been reading the story called The Promise, written by moi, of course, and without itching, let's get right into the story. A week later, Saturday morning. Sunlight streamed through the bay window in Ben and Tessa's Allen cozy dining room at the lodge. The scent of the fresh cinnamon rolls filled the air, and the soft hum of gospel played low on the speakers. Tessa, now stronger and glowing with warmth, stood at the counter, arranging vibrant hibiscus flowers in a vase, her eyes dancing with excitement. Ben walked in holding baby Ayana in one arm and a clipboard in the other. Okay, team operation. Surprise anniversary is in full effect, he said, trying to sound official. Julie, you are on decorations. Brent's on setup with Dad and Greg. Mom and Granddad Flynn are preparing the background lights. And Tessa, he glanced at his wife with a smile. You are the creative director of Vibes. Tessa grinned and leaned over to kiss Ayana's cheek. I take my title serious, you know. Julie, Ashley's younger sister, was fluffing a massive bouquet of golden balloons that read 4 years strong, and muttering under her breath, if Ashley figures this out, I am never hearing the end of it. She won't. She just won't, reassured Tessa with confidence. She thinks we are doing a quiet lunch with the family, of course, just us. She has no idea there are 30 people hiding behind the bushes tonight, Tessa said, smiling. Julie laughed. She always wanted to keep things low-key, but she deserves something big. She left everything to start over here in Ohio with Sam. No job as yet. Well, no blame is being laid, of course. Tessa nodded. Right. Likewise, you and Mike, huh? However, she and Sam have built something real. So are you implying that Michael and our marriage is not real, Jules? And close by too. I love having them down the road, expressed Tessa. And no, Ashley. No. Ashley is just different, said Julie. No, not really, but you get what I'm saying, Jules. And of course, I'm not implying that your relation with your husband is not real. Later that afternoon, in the backyard at Village, the backyard had been transformed. Twinkling lights wrapped around the trees, mason jars with floating candles lined the fence, and a long table with white linen, sunflower centerpieces, and dishes of Jamaican favorites. Jerk chicken, of course, callaloo patties, rice and peas, waited under a canopy. Brent was stringing lights near the patio with Greg and Ben's dad, while Mrs. Jones and Tessa, stepmom Laura, put finishing touches on the cake. A tall buttercream masterpiece topped with gold initials A and S. Ben, holding Ayana again, whispered to her, "This is what love looks like, little one. A whole village showing up." Ashley and Sam were due to arrive in 20 minutes. Everyone took their positions. The front gate was left open to invite them in naturally. Julie was in place to call them on the front porch with a fake emergency about her car battery dying or something like that. The reveal. The moment the front door opened and Ashley stepped inside, she froze. The sliding door to the backyard opened up and surprise! Shouted everyone. With a burst of cheers exploded into the air. Ashley stood stunned, hand over her mouth. Oh my God! Sam blinked, laughing in disbelief. Oh, really, guys? Streams of confetti flew and popped open, and someone turned up the steel drum version of No Woman No Cry as the crowd surged forward. Ashley was nearly speechless. "You guys, what is this?" she asked. Ben came forward with a big smile. 4 years of love, courage, starting over. That's worth celebrating, don't you think? He said and slapped Sam on the shoulders. Michael stood in place with a camera, couldn't stop grinning from ear to ear. Tessa reached forth and hugged her tightly. "You have come so far, Ash, and we're so proud of you, my darling," she said and hugged her friend. Ashley wiped away the tear from her eyes, feeling overwhelmed. Sam squeezed her hand, then looked around. "Well, if you think that's a surprise," he said, a little mischievous. "I guess it's time for our surprise," he repeated, still in awe. Could not believe what was happening. But those who knew him know that he was repeating himself because he was also nervous. The crowd quieted. Ashley smiled through her tears, one hand still clutched in Sam's. "We weren't going to say anything until next month, but we figured, surrounded by our people, there's no better time." She turned towards her husband. "You want to say it?" she asked. He nodded. "We are having a baby!" As he shouted. Gasps and laughter followed by tears. Tessa's jaw dropped. Julie smirked and nearly fell off her chair. Ben's mom clapped her hands with joy. Grandad Flynn muttered, "Well, now, the blessing keep on coming." Ashley laughed, wiping her face with the hem of her dress. "We found out a few weeks ago. I am about 3 months in. We are waiting for the right time to tell you all. But you guys surprised us, so we said, what the heck? Why not just spin and flip the script?" said Ashley, as she loved wiping her face with the hem of her dress once more. Tessa hugged her again, tighter this time, hand already reaching to touch her belly. "Oh, Ash, I'm so happy for you. I'm going to be an aunt. Oh my God." Brent beamed and whispered to Julie, "Yes, Ayana is going to have a little cousin to team up with. We better prepare for the mischievous too." Party that followed, overwhelmed with joy, music, dancing, stories shared under the stars. There were tears and toasts, moments of stillness where hearts were full. Through it all, the women, Tessa and Ashley, stood as anchors in each other's lives. Women who have crossed oceans, survived storms, and now stood hand in hand, in a backyard blooming with love. Later that night, 11:34 p.m. The backyard was empty now. Plates cleared, candles flickering low. Guests had gone home or drifted off into the guest rooms. The air was cooled, touched with the sweet smell of jasmine from the garden. Ashley and Tessa sat side by side on the porch swing. It creaked in gently with each slow sway. Both have shed their shoes and fancy clothes. Tessa was in a robe, her hair wrapped, cradling a sleepy Ayana in her arms. Ashley had pulled a blanket around her shoulders, her hand resting softly over her still flat belly. For a while, they said nothing. The night was full of crickets and the soft hum of the baby monitor in Tessa's lap. Then Ashley whispered, "I was so scared to tell you." Tessa turned her head slowly. "Why?" Ashley gave a quiet laugh, half nervous, half emotional. "Because I didn't want to add anything to what we're already carrying. You nearly died, Tess. I watched you fight your way back to life. I didn't want to stand there smiling with a sonogram like the world wasn't cracking around me." Tessa blinked back tears, her voice calm and sure. "You weren't standing in the sun while I was in the dark, Ash. You were beside me. You were here with Ayana, with Brent, with Ben, and I needed you." Ashley looked away for a moment, wiping at her eyes. "You really scared us, all of us. I prayed every night. Julie and I barely slept that first week. And Brent?" She shook her head. "That boy aged 10 years in 10 days. "I know," Tessa whispered, her voice thick. "I hate that he had to go through it. But it showed me something." Ashley looked over. "That we really have a village," Tessa said, watching Ayana breathe softly in her arms. "And that my best friend, she's still here. After all these years, after marriage, migration, distance, you are still here." Ashley's lips trembled into a smile. "You are my sister, Tess, blood or not." They sat in the silence again, letting the weight of those words settle between them. Tessa finally reached across her free hand and placed it over Ashley's. "Tell me how you found out," she said with a smile. "About the baby?" Ashley laughed. "Girl," wiping her eyes again, "I threw up during yoga in the middle of a downward dog. Sam looked at me like I've been possessed." They both burst out in laughter. "Oh my God, leave it to the men to be amazed by the littlest of things," said Ashley. 4 years married," Tessa said, shaking her head in awe. "And now a baby? You have built such a beautiful life, Ash." "I have tried. You know what makes it easier?" "What?" "Being near you again. Having this crazy little community around us. Sam loves it here. We feel rooted. And now that you are okay, I feel like I can exhale again." Tessa's gaze drifted up to the stars, her hand still covering Ashley's. "I think we are just getting started," she said. "And about your parents? What about them? Don't you miss your mom and dad back in Jamaica?" "To be honest with you, I do, but I can't get rid of my mom. Actually, every other weekend she's on the phone with me, still telling me what to do and what not to do. Can you believe it? Both ladies chuckled. Ashley leaned her head on Tessa's shoulder, and for a long while they rocked in silence. Two women, two mothers, two friends bound by years of shared laughter, grief, and growth. Above them, the stars blinked softly. Inside the house, life stirred. Newborn cries, the creak of Brent's floorboard, the quiet hum of a home that was full, alive, and mending. And outside, two sisters sat swinging under the night sky, dreaming of the next chapter together. And guys, we are going to take a pause here for today. And if you have been following the story, which you have, but you have not yet subscribed, you've just far in the video. Come on, man, do the right thing. See the button there? Subscribe. After watching, of course, then like, share, and comment. Leave your opinion of what is happening so far in the story. Last week and the week before, we know that Tessa was admitted in the hospital and the family went through some struggles dealing, with the pain of wondering, is this something that she will shake? Will she come back home? And yeah, you have seen that the hand of the Lord was upon their life, and nothing short of a miracle. She was back home with her family, and now they're having a celebration in the village. They're celebrating their friends, and that's what community is about. That's what family should be about. So comment, let me know what is your opinion thus far. If you have been following, you know that Ashley is no stranger to the story, of course. And let me know what you think about how the developing of the story coming down to the end. Yeah, and I just want to say thank you all. I greatly appreciate the support, the love. We're now at 900 and add subscribers, soon to be 1,000. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I really do love you all, and I want to thank all the supporters, fellow YouTubers. This is a season here where I have been busy. I'm going to be even more busy because of the work that I do. Yes, so it's preparing and sewing for back to school. So anyway, let me not bore you with that. But like I always say, Philippians 4 verse 30. I can do all things through God, through Christ which strengtheneth me. So whatever you find to do today, do it to the best of your ability. And I guarantee you will see great results.